Hello guys, my name is Kiki and welcome to my channel. Crafter for almost 30 years, yeah, that long. But if you want to learn how to decorate your home on a budget while having fun at it, subscribe, stay tuned, and hit the like.
DIY number 1, and for this one we're gonna take plaster of Paris, we are gonna take water, and we're gonna take an empty bowl with a spoon so we can mix it. I just added my plaster of Paris, some of that water, and I want to make it a little bit more milky this time, so I added a little bit more water. Then I'm gonna stir really well, and you will have a lighter kind of texture like pancake batter, but a little bit lighter. When you pour it, we are gonna add a little bit of alcohol, let it dry for 2 hours, remove it from the mold like this, and then we're gonna let it dry really well. When it is dried, we are gonna take sealer from Folkart Terrazzo, this beautiful flat paint, and we're gonna take terrazzo flakes in terracotta. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint this completely in that beautiful beige kind of color, and I'm just gonna cover it completely. Then I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna take my terrazzo sealer and I'm gonna start applying it on top of that. This is part of the things that I received from my beautiful friends of Craspire, and in the description box down below you're gonna find the links to all of those beautiful molds. Now I'm gonna take my terrazzo flakes and I'm just gonna apply them like this, just going all around it, adding them like that. Then I'm gonna take more of that sealer and I'm just gonna apply it on top like this. I'm gonna apply it completely, or cover it completely. Then I'm gonna take one of these plastic baggies that you can find anywhere, and I'm gonna cut that skull. Then I'm gonna add some Mod Podge to the back so I can glue it to my beautiful tray. Just let me just add a little bit more Mod Podge, glue it over here, make sure it is stuck, and then we are gonna cover the back with the Mod Podge. Now I'm going to take some resin and I'm just going to mix them together and do as I say, not as I do. Use gloves. So I'm just going to mix them together A and B. I'm not going to show you a tutorial on this because I'm still learning. So I'm just going to add them here and just mix them together. Follow the instructions on the back or front of your resin. Mix them really well. Then I'm going to take this mold and more of those terrazzo flakes, and I'm going to add them to my molds. This one as well is from my beautiful friends of Craspire, and I'm going to add my resin on top of those beautiful terrazzo flakes. Then I'm going to take this beautiful tassel, part of that set that comes with the molds, and I'm going to take a piece of twine. I'm going to add that key, the tassel, as well as the padlock, and then I'm just gonna tie it like this, and we have some cute ornaments on top, and here you can see it, and this one is my absolute favorite. But I want to know what you think, so go ahead and let me know in the comments below, because yeah, I'm biased. And this is part of the Spooktacular DIYs collaboration hosted by Kate and Craftolini. And in the description box down below, you're gonna find the links to both of their channels so you can go and check them out. They are awesomely talented and they are so wonderful. I just love them. Remember, you will find as well the link to the playlist, so go and check it out. DIY number 2, and for this one we're gonna use a pumpkin from Dollar Tree. I got mine on Amazon and it was really expensive. And I'm just gonna remove the knobby thingy on the top that doesn't look like a stem. And I'm gonna take this beautiful paper from my friends of Craspire, and I'm just gonna use my Mod Podge and I'm gonna apply my Mod Podge like this. Then I'm gonna take my paper and I'm just gonna rip it out like that, because I don't want those solid edges that you can see on the other side. So I'm going to continue tearing my paper, adding it like this. You can add small pieces or you can add long pieces to make it easier on yourself. I decided to go with the long pieces, but I just wanted to show you that you can tear smaller ones. I'm going to keep on adding my paper, and now I'm going to use this beautiful menu kind of thingies that I got as well from my friends of Craspire, and I'm just going to glue it with my Mod Podge just like this. We're going to do a beautiful job on decoupaging our pumpkin. So keep on adding that paper. Go all around it like that. Make sure that everything is covered. You cannot see any of that orange. And keep on adding your paper. Try to cover all of those straight edges so the pumpkin looks a little bit cuter. And here you can see it. Now I have this old stem on my stash and I'm going to add it to the top. Now I'm going to take some more of that resin and I'm just going to mix it together. As I told you, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm not going to try to explain this. I just mix A and B and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm just going to mix them together like this. And using this stick thingy that I got from my friends at Craspire, I'm just going to mix it together like that. I'm just going to mix for 5 minutes. Then I'm going to take this beautiful mold and some of this alcohol ink. And I'm going to add some of that alcohol ink to my resin. Mix really well. And then with a pipette, I'm going to start pouring this resin on this mold. This one is really small and it is so cute. You can find it on the links below from my friends at Craspire. So I'm just going to keep on adding. Now I'm going to take my pumpkin and I'm going to take this antique wax and I'm going to cover it completely like this. And I'm going to take a paper towel and remove all of that excess wax. Then I'm just going to keep on brushing it and keep on removing the excess. I just want this to look vintage because it was looking like a little bit too pristine and that's not the look that I'm going for. So I'm going to keep on doing that until I have covered everything. And here you can see it. Now I'm going to take melted chocolate and I'm just going to cover my stem completely because that green was clashing a little bit. Now I have these two cute cats and I'm going to add them over here. This I made on my Cricut and I'm just going to add them like this, but you can use stencils or you can leave it as is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those thingies that we made with the resin and I'm going to start gluing them like this on the top of my pumpkin. Just like that. Super cute. And here you can see it and I'm so in love with this one. This is a skull and cats DIY collab and I think the cats are super cute.
If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I would love for you to subscribe and become part of our YouTube family. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know how much I love you. Remember that in the description box down below, you're gonna find all the links to my social media so you can go and check me out over there and we can be friends and have lots of fun.
Now DIY number 3, it's a collection with DIY number 4 and DIY number 5. And we're going to use these baggies from Walmart, more of that beautiful paper from my friends at Craspire, and those plaid surfaces that you can see there. I'm just going to start applying my paper, and for that I'm using my Mod Podge, and I'm just going to add a little bit of Mod Podge. I'm going to add my paper, make sure that it is stuck really well. Then I'm going to take some of this craft paper or bags or whatever you have at home and just make sure that you make a bowl with that so you can get it wrinkled. And now I'm just tearing pieces, small pieces of that paper, and I'm gonna start adding them like this with Mod Podge. Now I'm gonna take the baggie, and I'm having lots of issues with my scissors, so get a good pair of scissors because I couldn't find mine and cut your skull from the bag. When you have it, you're just going to use some of that gloss Mod Podge and I'm just going to add it to the back like that. You can use any Mod Podge you have. And I'm just going to glue it over here like that. Then I'm going to flip this over and I'm just going to cut all of that excess craft paper that we have on the sides. You can maybe just sand it down, but I just wanted to cut it. So now I'm going to take this crackle Mod Podge thingy. And it says that you can apply it to get cracks, and I did something really wrong. I didn't get cracks, but this worked for the surface and it looks beautiful. So I left it here so you can see that I added that crackling. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this glazing medium and I'm gonna add some of this beautiful brush metals gold and I'm gonna mix them together really well. After I have that mixed, I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to paint this on top of the skull like that. Then with a paper towel, I'm going to remove the excess. And you will see it worked beautifully on that surface. Now I'm going to take these beautiful stamps from my friends from Craspire, and I'm going to take paint because I don't have a stamp thingy. And I'm going to take paint, and I'm just going to start applying my stamps like this. And I'm using black paint, so you don't need the pad for the stamps. You can use your hand, and you can use paint. And go ahead and add them where you want them. These are the beautiful thingy majiggeries, clocks, and the gears from the clocks, and they look beautiful. And now we are going to move on to DIY number 4, and for that I'm going to take 2 papers, and I'm going to take more Mod Podge, and I'm going to apply lots of that Mod Podge, well, not lots, just a little bit of Mod Podge on my flat surface, and I'm just going to add my thingies over here, well, my papers. And I'm going to add one here and one to the other side, and as you can see we have a little bit left over, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it like that because we're going to use that to cover the top and bottom of our surface. I'm just stirring it to make sure that we don't have harsh lines, adding more Mod Podge and adding that paper. Then I'm going to cut the excess and move on to the top part like that, or bottom part. It doesn't matter where you're starting. So now I'm just going to add it over here, cut the excess, and when it is finished, we're going to take another baggie, another skull. I'm going to add lots of more Mod Podge, well, a little bit. And I'm just going to glue it on the side like this. Looking super cute. Now I'm just going to grab my crackling medium that I told you that didn't work, but it worked. I'm just doing something wrong here. Guys, I need to learn how to use this because this is beautiful and I have seen what people makes and I just love it. I just need to find out how it's used. And I'm just going to add it over here on top. Then I'm going to take more of that glazing medium and I'm just going to apply it on the top of that crackle thingy medium. And I'm just going to apply it completely. Remove all of that excess, and then we're gonna take our stamps, and I'm using the clocks for this one. I'm gonna add more of that black paint because yeah, I told you I don't have the thingy for the stamps. So I'm gonna add more black paint, and I'm just gonna start stamping the clocks like that. And I'm going to add a couple of those, smaller and bigger ones, just to make this look cute. And I decided for clocks because we have one of those already. Let me just remove that and add more paint and add my clock. And I'm going to keep on adding the clocks here and there just to make this look cuter. And I'm just going to do that. Now for DIY number 5, and this is the last one of this set, I'm going to take 2 different papers and more Mod Podge, and I'm going to add Mod Podge to my surface like that. I'm going to add the paper, and I'm going to add the other paper, just making sure that I'm using the one that I wanted to show. So now that I have that, I'm going to remove all the excess on the sides, and I have paper again. And I'm just going to add pieces of that paper on the top and bottom of our surface. And as you can see, it's starting to look super cute. And I'm going to repeat that on the bottom part of our surface. And I'm just going to cut the excess and let this dry. When it is dry, I'm going to grab one of these skulls, more Mod Podge, and just glue them together like we have done. And I'm just going to glue it to the other side. And for this one, I'm going to take the gears kind of stamps to make it look cuter, but first let me just cut all of that excess paper so we can move on to making this look cute. First, I'm gonna take more of that crackling that I don't know how to use and I'm just gonna add it completely on top of this. Then I'm gonna use more of that glazing thingy majiggery that it is awesome and I just love it because it gives like an antique wax kind of feel. And I'm just going to apply it and remove the excess. Then I'm going to take more of that black paint and my gears kind of thingy majiggity. And I'm just going to start stamping them like this on the side, making sure that they are looking cute because this is one of the sides of the 3 beautiful set of skulls. Let me just finish with this. Keep on adding some of those gears here and there, and they are looking so awesome. I just love the steampunk look for Halloween. Let me just finish, and now here you can see all of them together in this set I'm in love with it. But I want to know what you think. So go ahead and let me know in the comments below, please.
If you want to buy me some crafting supplies, you will find this link in the description box down below. You don't have to do that. You can support your favorite creator by watching, sharing, and liking their videos. But if you want to buy me crafting supplies, this link, you will find it in the description box down below, and you will get a shout out in my channel.
And it's time for our final reveal. And here you can see all of them together, and I'm in love with all of these. But I want to know what you think, so go ahead and let me know in the comments below, because yeah, I'm biased and I love all of them. Remember that in the description box down below, you're going to find the link to the playlist as well as our hosts. You're going to love them. They are so awesome. I just love them. And you're going to find the links to Craspire, so you can go and check out everything I got from them. And you can get some beautiful and really well priced molds, because I'm in love with their molds. I'm in love with their paper. Go and check them out.
That's it for today. This is everything I have for you. Remember to share this video with a friend. Hit the like and let me know what you think in the comments below. That's the free way to help your girl out that makes YouTube notice that you like this video, and it will recommend it to other beauties like yourself. Take care, my beautiful friends. Bye-bye.